Well, hello and welcome people of the internet to another adventure. My name is Ganyonz and I'm really a simple man. You know, I see a card battling deck builder roguelike game and I got to give it a shot. So this has become the moon. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what it has to offer. If you want to check out the demo for yourself, link will be down below in the description. The game is looking for a full release sometime this year, 2024. Round start, you start with 10 cards. At the start of each round, you'll draw 5 cards from the draw pile. Okay, do we discard our cards? Not sure yet. This is your draw pile. You can click any card pile to view its contents. And we have our opponent, a very strange looking dark man. Your hand, this is your hand of cards. Cards cost mana to play. Very straightforward, very card-like, you could say. Card types, there are 3 card types: minion, spell, and battle spell. Pigeon is a minion. He's a very powerful minion. A 1 mana 2/3. Oh god, we got broken cards already. Here we go. All cards of mana cost shown here. This card costs 1 mana to play. Has 2 attack and 3 health. Didn't say 3 health, but I'm saying it has 3 health. Attack determines how much damage it'll do. Determines how much damage it can take. This minion has flying. Hover the mouse over that. I'm assuming that means only minions with flying can choose to attack other minions with flying. Correct. Makes sense. Although, so flying is like... weird. Okay. Huh. Okay, I wonder how that's gonna work. Because flying in Magic the Gathering, typically you're attacking the player, and so only creatures with, well, actually, it looks like we have health here. So never mind. That's gonna make sense in a minute. Your mana is displayed here. The left number shows how much mana you have left this round. Unspent mana is not conserved between rounds. Makes sense. The right number shows how much mana you get at the start of each round. Okay, so we've got it. Drag card from your hand on the battlefield to play it. Let us play our broken 1 mana 2/3. You played a minion. When you play a minion, it is added to your team, which occupies this side of the battlefield. The other team of minions occupies the other side of the battlefield. Your team of minions will fight the enemy team automatically at the end of each round. Okay, so we don't get to choose who fights who. So when your team wins a battle, they get to deal directly. Okay, so... yeah, I spoke a little bit too early when I was talking about flying, right? Because in games like Hearthstone, you don't have any type of flying. You obviously have evasion, but where you can attack, you can either choose to attack your opponent directly, or you can attack the minions to kind of control the board. Magic is a little bit different, where Magic the Gathering actually has a flying keyword, because you don't attack your opponent's creatures, you just attack the opponent directly, and then your opponent gets to choose whether they're going to block or not. So I was wondering about that. So creatures with flying, so it's a little bit of a mix, right? I'm assuming that we have to probably, when your team wins a battle, they deal directly. Yeah. So I'm like, I assume, no, it literally just says so on the screen. Your opponent's health is displayed here. Reduce their health to 0 to defeat them and progress the next encounter. Yeah, so it's kind of a mix of a Magic the Gathering health system with a Hearthstone battle system. Play another card to spend the rest of your available mana. So we have a Strengthen card. This is 1 mana, give a minion +1/+1. If you have no minions, play a 1/2 new arrival, consume. We could also play a Strengthen, which is a 1 mana, give a minion +1/+1. If you have no minions, then we get a 1/2 arrival, which consumes, and consume is remove the cards from the game after being played. So it's like our exhaust, expel, banish, whatever you choose to use. We could also play a 1 mana card. It's called Strengthen. It is a spell. This would give our pigeon here +1/+1, and if there were 0 creatures on the battlefield, we could get a 1/2 new arrival. It would consume itself, getting rid of it, or... I think I'm going to choose the last option. We're going to go with a Strengthen here. We're going to give this guy +1/+1. That seems like the best option. Round end. Click the round end button to end this round. Cards left in your hand will be discarded. Fantastic. We got rid of all those Strengthens. Your team of minions battle the enemy team automatically at the end of each round. Your minions will return to you as they were before battle. Nothing is permanent unless the card says otherwise. Okay, so do battles just go until one side is defeated? That looked to be the case. We have pay 2 mana, gain 2 health. Okay, you kind of suck. We have fatigue, 0 mana, encore, deal 1 damage to your opponent directly. Encore, your team takes another turn immediately after this battle spell finishes casting. Okay. Seems to make sense. What do we have? Oh, wait, attacking. Oh, okay. Your team takes another turn immediately after this minion finishes attacking. So how exactly does team... Okay, so... Okay, I guess I should just play it out, and we'll figure it out as we go along. Minions attack the taunt minion if possible. Okay. Let's go ahead and put down our Cowardly Rogue, I think. And then let's also buff him, so that way he survives a hit. End round. Your opponent has played Fatigue, a battle spell this round. Hover over Fatigue with your mouse, see what it does. Yep, we did that before. Battle spells are cast during battle. If a team has battle spells in play, they will always be cast before any of their minions attack. Okay? After a battle spell casts or at the end of battle, it is sent to the... Okay, so basically this is going to cast directly at the beginning of turn, right? Deal 1 damage to your opponent directly. Your team takes another turn immediately after the battle spell cast. So... Team takes another turn immediately. It's funny the wording on that, because if this goes away, if this is cast immediately at the start of turn, and this says your team takes another turn immediately, it kind of implies that a turn has already happened. Right? So it does that. They get to go. And then I guess we go? Huh. Okay. I mean, it makes sense how it works. It's just, I guess the wording is a little off. It implies that there's already been a turn. You receive a soul. We can absorb it. I gain 4 health, or I can choose a relic to gain. Let's definitely choose a relic. Relics grant powerful permanent abilities. Makes sense. When you play a spell that targets a minion, give it +1/+1. So all of our strengthens would then give +2/+2. After you cast a battle spell, summon a 2/2 Moonlit Acolyte with Encore. I don't know that we have a lot of battle spells. I guess I could see, although we did just kind of see our whole deck. And I think, are these battle spells? I guess so. It does say spell. Well, wait, we had, what was it? It was minions. Was it minions, spells, and battle spells? Was that what it was? I'm going to be honest, I literally already forgot what the 3 types were. I think that's the case, but let's go ahead and take the +1/+1. Make all our strengthens a little bit better, because I'm going to be honest, the strengthens aren't... 1 mana for 1/1 isn't that great. Oh, especially when I have this. Your battle tier increase. This happens when you don't have any more cards to draw from your draw pile. Oh, okay. Your current battle tier is visible here. When battle tier increases, you gain +1 max mana, and you get to choose 5 new cards to add to your draw pile. Okay, this is very different from anything I've seen before. Because your battle tier is 2, you will only be offered tier 2 cards. Select one of these cards to add to your draw pile. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay. So we have... Okay, so there are spells and there are battle spells. 2 different things. Okay, give a minion +4 health, draw a card. Give your minions +1/+1. That seems pretty good, especially when our team takes another turn. After another friendly minion dies, the hitbox on these cards is it seems like it's a little weird. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so the reason why the hitbox on these cards feels weird is because the hitbox... So, see where my cursor is? If I hover over it, it makes it big. Now, when it makes it big, I think, intuitively, I'm thinking that the hitbox should now change to the larger card, but as I leave the original hitbox, it thinks I'm hovering over it. So, when I'm here, the hitbox feels a little bit smaller, so it just feels a little bit odd. Now, of course, I could not be a twitchy spaz and, you know, take my hand off the mouse to read it, but just, that's kind of why it felt a little weird. I think I'm going to take the buff here. I'm going to take the battle spell. That just seems pretty good. Just buff the whole team, but we need more minions for it to be really good. After another minion dies, gain +1 health. Not great. After another friendly minion dies, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Could be good if we had maybe like some... like 2-for-1s, like when it dies, it makes another creature. Pay 1 mana, retain a card. No rerolls. That's kind of sad. So I think that I am going to take the Ritualist. I think that potentially has the most upside of anything here. So we'll go with that. Give a minion +2 attack, draw a card. Choose a friendly minion to lose 2 health to draw 2 cards. We don't really have anything to synergize with that. I'll just do the plus attack, draw a card. Toss a card from your draw pile. Oh, I like that. Typically that would be a really weird effect, right? But we kind of benefit from drawing through our deck really quickly, which is why this is such an interesting mechanic, right? We're adding more cards to our deck, which is basically the same thing as your experience counter increasing in size as you gain levels. So we're adding more cards to our deck. As once we get through all the cards of our deck, we level up. So we kind of want ways to decrease the cards in our decks. That way we level up faster and get higher level cards. After casting a friendly battle spell, gain +1/+1. It is a flyer. That's pretty good with our the card we just picked up 2 picks ago. So it would be effectively getting it +2/+2, turning it into a 5/4 with flying. Seems pretty good. On attack, steal 1 attack from target. I think I'm just going to go with the Farm Witch. Already has synergy with the card we picked up. Discard cards. After you've picked your 5th cards, all cards in your discard pile will be shuffled in your draw pile. Makes sense. Okay, and this is totally free, so we can just get rid of, like, one of our bad cards. I'm just going to get rid of this 1/4. Confirm. Okay, so we probably... Let's see, these are all 2/2s. Let's go ahead and get down... Wait, oh, can I change the position of these? Okay, I can change the position of these. And we attack from left to right, right? We already kind of established that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put down another pigeon here. Let's see. I think it probably makes sense. Oh, actually, can I put... If I put you down in the back... Let's see. So if you attack, what I want to see is if this... Immediately after this minion finishes attacking. So basically what I'm expecting to happen, we're going to attack here. I'm assuming we attack left to right. I didn't catch that, how we choose attack order. Oh, but this thing is here. Oh, okay. So it's kind of doing the same thing to us. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't make it big enough to survive a hit. I didn't even see that they had one, because I was going to say, okay, well, we can hit here, which is going to bring us down to 2 health, hit here, which is going to bring us to 1 health, then we attack here, which is going to reduce us, then we're going to attack here, kill this, and then we can shoot the last thing. I guess let's go ahead and... the buff here doesn't change any of the math if this gets hit for 2, so I think I'm just going to start to build this thing up. I lied. I don't have mana, so we're just going to continue on. Attack order. Minions attack from left to right. Who they choose to attack is random. Oh, well, that is literally the most unfortunate thing that possibly could have happened. Wow. Okay. Your targeting skills are busted in... Okay. That was pretty rough. Not going to lie. You can reorder your minions. Okay, so... Minions attack from left to right, so it's a good idea to move your best attackers to the left side. Makes sense. So then I guess I should be doing this. So are attacks going back 1... Like, do we get 1 attack, they get 1 attack, we get 1 attack, they get 1 attack? I guess that's how it's working. I honestly wasn't paying attention to last combat, since there's more units, so if that's the case, then this should definitely happen. Let's go ahead and... It's unfortunate that I have both these cards at the same time. So I think what I'm going to do is here just try and keep this guy alive. And we're going to do this. We're going to cast this. Just buff our units, try and get some kills off. And let's go for it. Battles are turn-based, and the team with the most minions and battle spells takes the first turn. That seems potentially overpowered. I would think it would be go the other way around, right? Typically, the person who goes second is the person that gets a buff, right? Like in Hearthstone, if you go second, you get the coin. In Magic the Gathering, you go second, you get to draw on your first turn. I'm sure there's obviously other games where that's the case, but so it seems a little absurd. Like, hey, I have the stronger team. I also get first attack. But, okay. If both teams have the same number and battle spells, the team that goes first is chosen at random. Makes sense. Okay, so that goes off. They get their first attack. There we go. Friendly unit died. Yeah, so now we should get to go. So we get to go. This triggers. Friendly minion died, so we attack again. Now, do they attack? This triggers. That triggers. So they... Yep, that triggers. This triggers. Okay, we don't even get to see what happens. Never mind. We can gain 11 health. Nope, let's just choose a relic. We're still doing pretty good on health. When you summon a minion, deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. When you don't win a battle, deal 20 damage to a random enemy minion. Okay. Just blast it anytime a minion of ours dies. Fine. Okay. Oh, we leveled up. Cool. On death, all enemies lose 3 attack. That is a lot of mana. It is. We could do the 2 Moonlit Acolytes. Give your minions +1 attack. Now, what happens if we use up all of our spaces here? That's a little bit interesting. I think I'm okay with that. We have ways to buff our unit's toughness, which is kind of what I'm a little bit worried about. When you play a battle spell, gain +1 mana this round. Well, I like that, especially since we have a couple battle spells now. Okay. Deplete a minion. What is deplete? When a card is depleted, it enters the deplete pile. Okay. Draw 3 cards. Well, that gets through our deck faster. And it kind of answers the question about the acolytes, that we can kind of get rid of these guys. For 1 mana? Alright, let's take it. After you toss this, play it. That is a heck of a lot of mana. Oh, wait. When a card is tossed, it enters this card pile? Oh, so we just don't play it? We get a 5/5? Heck yeah. Yeah, let's just take that. Taunt and Shield. Ignores the first instance of damage. I think I like that a lot, especially with our buffs that we can potentially give it. Yeah, let's take the Shield Jockey. Okay, what do we got here on the other side? On death, summons 2 1/1 spores with flying, and what is it doing? Your leftmost minion copies the stats of the leftmost enemy. Well, that's not the most fun. Let's see. On attack, steals 1 attack from the target. And then after minion dies, gain 1 health. So, now unfortunately, when this thing dies, it makes more. So if they die, this gives you more health. You're attacking me. Okay, people are outside riding the motorcycles on the 4th of July. Nice and loud. Thank you very much. Okay, so we don't want to necessarily put our strongest unit here on the left, because that's going to put the Spore Pod here a little bit stronger. Don't have any battle spells right now to make the Battle Mage pretty good, although we could prep for the future. Could get our Shield Jockey down. Could get another Cowardly Rogue down. That seems pretty good. What do I do? I think I kind of want to get the Shielding Taunter down. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, and then let's get this down. I'm going to put you up front. You're probably going to die, but just kind of get us through our attacks here a little bit quicker than the enemy. Okay, let's give her a shot. This dies. We shoot something. Perfect. We get the kill here. That's going to spawn a bunch, but we get to attack now. We kill... Nope, we almost killed this thing off. Okay, now we kill this thing off, but our thing dies. We shoots this. Perfect. That dies. You die because of the shield, and now, boom, trade. Nice. And now we just go ahead and attack here. Got it. And now we do another wave, but you have another... So... Okay, so on your turns, do you not summon any other minions? You just do another battle spell? Okay. Let's see here. So we have the give your minions +1/+1. I kind of like that. And then we could... I guess we could draw a card. Let's draw a card first. Who do I want to give more attack to? Let's go ahead and give our Taunter more attack. We have this Acolyte card that we could use. I kind of... Well, let's do the battle spell first. And then we'll go ahead and give a minion +1/+1. Should probably go to our Taunter. Just give this guy more health. And then, so let's see. What's going to happen? Do we have enough space here for the untethered one? No, maybe. Not sure. Maybe it's not being discarded to hand size. Maybe it actually has to get discarded to an actual card text. If that's the case, that card just got worse, but not horrible. Still fine. We just don't have anything to synergize with it, which is why it's kind of rough right now. Okay. Again, we could take health or choose another relic. I think I'm still going to take another relic here. Relics seem pretty good. When you play a battle spell, draw a card. After you summon a minion, force to attack immediately. That seems pretty good. Again, especially with our card that makes a bunch of acolytes. Because, again, I forget if the game has already told me. Tier 4 is the highest battle tier that is available in the demo, okay? There are at least 5 cards you'll be able to add to your deck. Choose carefully. Oh, these are the last ones. Okay. So I'm going to be honest, I already forgot if the game told me there was a maximum field size, which I guess we can test on this next turn. So let's see. Return all discarded minions to the draw pile. Draw 3. Whenever you play a spell, gain +1 attack. After you summon a minion, it gains +2 attack and attacks immediately. Okay, I'm going to take that one. Give a minion +1/+1. If your draw pile is empty, give it +6/+6 instead. Whenever this card attacks, copy the attacker. Whenever this minion is attacked, copy the attacker's stats. That seems fun. Let's do that. We like Taunt. Taunt is pretty good. Whenever another friendly flying minion attacks, give it +2/+2. That is good for our broken 1/1s. Or 1 mana 2/3s. I mean, they're not really broken. It's kind of a joke. Encore. While attacking, this is twice as much attack. Jesus, it just kills things. On attack, lose 3 attack to deal 3 damage to a random enemy unit. Repeat until impossible. Pretty good with buffs. Right? It's good against little minions. After a friendly battle spell cast, this thing attacks immediately. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's go ahead and take the Dragon Rider. Give a battle spell +2 spell power. It's pretty good. We're going to take the Amplify. Okay. We got a lot of shield here. Kind of unfortunate. After friendly minion attacks, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. Deal 9 damage to the rightmost enemy minion. Okay, let's go ahead and swap these then. Because I don't care if the bird dies. Let's see here. What do we want to do? Let's go ahead and scry first, because scry is free. So what card do we want to get rid of? At this point, when a card is tossed, it enters... After you toss it, play it. So yeah, maybe there is a limit to how many minions we can have on the battlefield. Let me go ahead, just get rid of the strength then. So if that is the case, let's see here. Let's see. So no, I can put you down. Okay, so then I'm not exactly sure why the bird guy, or the untethered one, not sure why you didn't get played. After you toss this, play it. Yeah, maybe it has to be by a card effect. Not sure though. Not enough mana. Oh yeah. Mana is a thing that we got to care about. Okay, let's go. Battle it out. We get another turn. Friendly minion dies. Boom. Battle out. Friendly minion dies. Boom. Shoot. Friendly minion dies. Boom. Shoot. We get a kill. Very nice. And now we have all kinds of taunt you got to get through. Have fun. Well, you got through one of them. That's fine. We shoot. And clean kill. You can't have more than 7 minions on your team. Well, thank you for that. I was kind of hoping you would tell me that earlier. But okay. If you want to remove a minion from your team, drag it to in your hand. This is called recall. Oh! Okay. Got it. Got it. So I'm going to take out the pigeons here, because the pigeons are kind of falling behind here. Interesting. Okay, so... And then we have this. After summon a minion, forced to attack immediately. So... Oh, but it's a battle spell. Okay, so I need to have room here. So... Can I deplete... Okay, so I can deplete something that's already on the field. So let's go ahead and do that. Speed this up. Although we're already at the highest battle tier, right? So I'm not exactly sure what happens... otherwise, what do we have for battle spells? We have this. So how does this work here? No battle spell to cast on. Oh, okay. So it has to be here. Wait. So how does that work then? Oh, right. Because if there are multiple rounds, our battle spells stick around, right? I think that's how it works. Let's go ahead and test that out. So if I put this here, right? There's gonna be 2 minions that spawn, so we're gonna get those. So I'm assuming that once we go to the next round, then this will stick around, and then we can amplify it. So, ooh, so that being the case, no, that's fine, because we're going to summon these. I was going to say we're short minions, but we're not going to be short minions. Okay, so we can't hold on to any of our cards. We can't really do anything, so let's go ahead and end. You haven't spent all of your mana, I'm aware. You should always try to spend all your mana. Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to summon this pigeon. End round. Yep, so you go first. Of course, you kill the one card that helped me beat you last time, you prick. Okay, yep, attack my taunter, idiot. There we go. We get our little dude. Haha, idiot. He attacks immediately. Haha, he attacks. Idiot. Now, if I had my guy that was shooting things, it would be a whole lot better. Yeah, so we cleared their board, but our whole board got wiped, so we didn't get to attack him directly. Okay, so now our battle tier isn't going up because, again, in the demo, that's as high as we can go, but we would have gotten a level there. So, yeah, still not fully understanding this card. Let's see. So we do have the battle spell here. Now our battle spell went away. So maybe Amplify isn't going to be good in the demo because we can't get above. I don't have any battle spells, I don't think, that cost 1. So I'm not going to be able to cast it, I don't think. So I guess I'm a little confused. Is the enemy casting these on... He must be casting these on their turn. To me, it looks like this is just the same thing he had last time. So it kind of reset his board, and then he added a fatigue. Because the battle's going long. I'm not exactly sure how Amplify is supposed to be good then. Again, unless it's like a card that they're planning on being good, but just because of the fact that we're in the demo and we can't go higher than this, so we can't get more mana. Maybe that's the case. Let's see here. So then what do I want to do? Because I was kind of hoping, I kind of had my plan set on that. So if I arcane enchantment, the problem with this is I kind of am wasting a lot of my turn. Because then I'm just gonna have strengthen, and then I'm gonna have 2 dead mana. So maybe I kind of prep for the future. Right, I can put down the Wing Commander, and then later on, when I put down the Dragon Rider, he'll be stronger. I guess we can do something like that. Okay. Let's go for it. There we go. This is going to help out a lot here, trying to get rid of some of these shields, and get rid of some minions. That's totally fine, too. Yep, this is going to be terrifying. So basically, if we don't win... Well, I guess we could also... Okay, we only do 3 damage. Okay, so we need to kill him this turn. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise we're going to die to this thing. If you're dealt lethal damage in a battle, but also deal lethal damage to your opponent in the same battle, you'll be revived with 1 HP. Okay, so we definitely need to kill you right now. Although, actually, we're not going to be able to, right? Well, no. Okay, so we need to kill you in the same battle. So we need to kill you here. After you summon a minion, it gains +2 attack. Okay, well, that doesn't really matter here. Give your minions +1 attack. Which is not going to be super great. Although, this gives flying minions +2/+2. So do I just get rid of these guys to put down the Shadow of Force? Oh, wait, no, these aren't flying. Never mind. That was going to be bad. I was looking at this. This is flying. Huh. Now, if I do... what? Let's see. So, if I do... Let's do something like this. So, let's put you down. Got to make sure that you attack before this. And then I put this down. Am I not going to be able to summon? And am I still going to give the +1 attack? So I guess let's test this out and see how this works. Okay, so perhaps extra summons surpass the amount of minions you can actually put on the field. Yep, so we get hit, so now we have to kill him in order to survive, which hopefully we can do. This is getting a little bit rough, a little bit hairy. As long as our taunter survive, actually our taunter survives, so we win. Okay, so we get revived with 1 HP. Good, 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 good. Definitely take the health now. Okay, so at this point, Scry doesn't do anything. Let's see. So now these pigeons are really not doing anything. We can give something +2 attack. Or actually, the pigeons are fine with the commander, so maybe we just go for that play. I mean, that's a lot of health. It's 5 health. Get rid of, like, this 3/2. Actually, let's go ahead and deplete it, so that way we don't draw it again. We'll put down our pigeon. And then we still have 3 mana. Are you doing... You're still doing okay. What do we want to do here? Well, I guess now we can scry. Let's just toss a card. Well, so if we toss this, is it still going to play it? Okay, that must... So I'm guessing that is because we're at max capacity here. Let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get our +1/+1. So I'm going to buff... Who am I going to buff here? Who am I going to buff? Does it really matter? I guess I could buff the flyer. Wait, don't you get... no, you get plus from battle spells being cast. Let's give it to this one. Okay, we got a battle spell, just the wrong one. Just looking for this one. Okay, well, I can't do anything else anyway, so we'll go ahead and end the round. Excuse me, I should have read their battle spell first. That just completely screwed me over. He was going to be so good being able to shoot everybody. Okay, well, we get to do, what, 11 damage? That's not too bad. Force the leftmost minion to attack the rightmost minion. Yeah, that's not fun. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll swap this. Actually, no, because that's going to give it a big buff, so we don't want to do that. God, man, that's just disgusting. I guess we put our taunter over here, or our shield guy, which sucks because we're going to lose somebody, but that means we still get a free attack. So let's go ahead and give our minions +1/+1, and then probably should put down the battle mage first, although it doesn't really matter. Can't put him down anyway, right? Because we're full. We have too many minions. So we could strengthen. Let's go ahead and strengthen maybe our taunter. Start building up you a little bit. And then we're good here. Let's go ahead and end the round. Right, so you're going to attack here. You're going to... Okay, not sure. Oh, right, because we're going first. Right, you haven't cast that yet. Now you cast it. Now you attack. You die, but we keep the shield. You get shot. You're fine. We trade there. You die. Okay, we're super good this fight. Fantastic. 12 damage. Man, these are super rough to deal with. Holy crap. I'm not sure how we're supposed to deal with how much damage is coming from this. Been affected by spell power. Does any of this have spell power? Where's the spell power coming from? Or maybe it's just saying that it is affected by spell power, but yeah, like all these fights, we're taking so much direct damage. I guess we're probably taking this damage because we're supposed to maybe finish the fight on the first turn. Not sure. Let's see here. So, can't play this. After friendly battle spells cast, this attacks immediately. Yeah, Yeah, I don't really understand this. Because again, it seems like their battle spells are sticking around every turn, but mine are not. If they were, it would make Amplify make sense. Let's go ahead and scry again. We'll just get rid of this thing, because again, I don't really understand how that's working. let's see. Let's go ahead and what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? I guess we can just put down Shadow Force. That's just two free units, and we can give plus attack to, I don't know, maybe our flyer, maybe our initial attacker. Actually, I don't think it matters because this is gonna die. This is gonna trigger later. So I guess one of the things that's now, let's say one of the difficult things I think with a game, with the way that they're doing combat, because it's an auto battler versus something. I mean, let's be honest. This is a very, very Hearthstone battlefield, right? One of the things that could be a little complicated moving forward if these two guys didn't have taunt, right? The math here could very well change. So you could have a situation where this guy either dies because he's going to attack a taunt, or maybe there's a situation where if there were no taunts here and there were a couple units with 2 attack and a couple units with 3 attack, you would then have this spell, which is like, okay, is the Cowardly Rogue going to attack my taunter, or is the Farm Witch going to attack my taunter? So you can't, there is a certain extent that you can't plan out your battle. So you kind of have to plan out your battle as if it were a tree and make multiple different decisions. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. I like, so far I really like the card system. Like, the cards themselves are unique enough that I'm really enjoying what they do. I do like the level up system. I think that's a really interesting way to do it. I'll be interested to see what happens when we're not in demo form and we can go past tier 4 and see how the game scales then. This is a little tough. Again, I'm a little bit confused about the battle spells. So who am I buffing here? I guess I'm just buffing you. Just get a kill off here first. And then we're not going to do this. But there is a certain element of randomness. Like, even again, comparing this, yeah, see, like, we get shot here, so I guess unless we finish in the first round, we're just like guaranteed to take like 20 damage. There is a certain amount of randomness in Hearthstone, right? But the combat, I guess there are certain elements of the combat in Hearthstone that are not random, right? Obviously, you have enemies that say, like, attack a random enemy, or you have something like Ragnaros that just, like, randomly shoots something, which is fine. I don't know how I feel about that in a card battler like this. Obviously, that is, like, one of their gimmicks that they're going for. It's just a matter of whether you like it or not. I'm not sure I'm sold on it completely, though. I would have to see how. So, like, right now we're not taking any damage, but if we go to the next round, I'm going to be shot in the face by a ton of damage. Somebody 6/6 Moonlit Acolyte with ranged. Doesn't take retaliation damage when attacking. Oh, that's not fun. So let's go ahead and take a card out of our draw pile that we don't want. I'm just going to take out this Amplify because I can't even use it. Go ahead and do this, and then do this. I think it works. I think don't all battle spells get used at the same time at the start of turn, so we'll cast this. Although they're probably going to attack immediately, so they won't benefit from the buff. Well, I guess we'll see. You summon acolytes. Yeah, these things are going to be dangerous. Okay, let's see how it works out. Yep, so we summon. Yeah, see, they attack immediately, so they're not going to benefit from the buff. Then you're going to shoot things, which is no bueno. Okay, so we have to go through this whole rotation, then we get the battle spell off. Okay, that is also probably could have known that before. Just didn't put that together. Yep, so we are in big trouble here. This is looking like an L. Yeah, and now all of a sudden we're taking 14 damage directly. So I guess the point of this is like, hey, you need to be able to take this out on the first try. But that's where I'm kind of getting a little, not frustrated, but I'm like, well, I would say like 2% frustrated, right? Because you have enemies like this that can just randomly take out some of your units. Now, obviously, the argument against that would be like, well, play around it. Like, take out your stupid farm witch, which I'm going to do. I'm going to take out my stupid farm witch. But as you know, if you're someone who has played Hearthstone before, you can have turns where, let's say you defeat, okay, good. Well, I'm going to date myself here. I haven't played Hearthstone in probably close to like 7 or 8 years, right? When Dr. Boom was legal, Dr. Boom was so frustrating to play against because you would be playing out your turn. You'd have to take out the bombs. I mean, you could avoid the bombs, but let's say maybe you have like a frost, or like a flame strike or something that's going to take them out regardless. And then they get a lucky hit and it rolls like a 4 on your 3 toughness minion. And you're like, oh man, well, that's just completely screwed up combat. Well, you kind of have to replan your strategy. Whereas this, you could plan out your strategy perfect. And if these guys just shoot a random enemy that you weren't planning for them to shoot, it can completely screw up combat, right? If these guys decide to fight this ritualist or just shoot him, my combat is completely changed compared to where this isn't here. And because I've already determined the order of these, I can then no longer affect battle in any way. So that's why I'm kind of torn on the auto battle system for this, as opposed to just choosing where an enemy can or can't attack on each of their turns. Like, I'm okay with the turn system, but the random attacking and the random auto battling, not sure. Because again, when you start introducing this, like 14 damage just for free because I didn't win on the first try, is just kind of like, it seems very punishing, because now I'm in a situation where I just can't take relics anymore. I have to take the heal. So that being said, we could take the Overseer. That's pretty good with the what do you call it? Battle spell that we played before, Show Force. What else do we have? We have nothing in our draw pile. Okay, so, and you're kind of weak. So at this point, I probably want to get down the Battle Mage, just to get more mana. You're kind of weak, but I feel like I'm probably just going to need more mana here at some point to start playing more cards. But again, we're limited by how many units we can actually have here on the battlefield. Probably want more flyers because we have this wing commander, which at this point might not even be super relevant. I might want to go with the Overseer instead, although I'm going to hold this for now. So then let's go ahead and buff a minion's attack. I guess we'll buff our Taunter. And then deplete a minion, draw 3 cards. There's nothing I really want to deplete here. Okay, so I guess we'll just play it out. Because I think some of the most interesting videos that I've watched for Hearthstone specifically is these like massive yeah, we just got absolutely roasted. Some of the most interesting videos I've watched are these like crazy big battlefields that people are able to like masterfully navigate, even when there is some randomness, like these ritualists that can just shoot down enemy minions. Because you do have to kind of reposition your combat on the fly if something should go bad, or you can like purposely plan around the RNG. But again, because you have this auto battle system, if something goes wrong mid-combat, it just snowballs and you just get punished if you get snowballed. And then because you got punished your first round, you get punished again because of the fatigue mechanic, which starts only on turn 2. Which I think if you're going to have the fatigue mechanic, you either need to start it a lot lower. Starting it with 12 damage, right, a third of your health right off the bat seems really high, especially when, you know, we have 38 health here. So, you know, perhaps it's because we're going to be unlocking more cards, it looks like, as we go. So maybe we just got, like, you know, our basic set of cards, right? It is a roguelike, after all. So there's going to be a progression system where we unlock new things, as it looks like. Or that could have just been saying like, hey, here are cards that are going to be available in the full version. Not sure. Could also be because we were limited to tier 4, right? So maybe we could have gotten better cards had we gone to a higher tier. There's kind of a lot of restrictions here because we are in the demo, so it's going to be hard to say necessarily until we reach full version. And I'm going to be honest, there could also just be my play that wasn't good enough. Maybe there is plays you can make around all this randomness, and I was just hitting play with the order of my minions. But yeah, so there were definitely some things like the battle spells. I wasn't exactly sure because, again, it could just be that the enemy was quote-unquote replaying them every turn. But to me, it looked like they were just kind of static and they were just staying there every turn. So a card like Amplify, again, maybe it gets better if you are allowed to go higher up in tiers and you have more mana available to actually combo it with a battle spell. But for the amount of mana we had, I just couldn't do it, and it was basically a dead draw. The 6 mana 5/5 flyer, there was a couple different ways that we discarded it. So the first couple times we discarded it when it was in our hand, and we tossed it. Sorry, that's the correct terminology. When we tossed it from our hand, we had space on the battlefield, I'm pretty sure, and it didn't go on the field. And the other time where we actually tossed it with the card effect, it also didn't get summoned. Now that time, I know for a fact that the battlefield was full. I feel like, so there's a little bit of conflicting mechanics there, right? Because we had the battle spell that, obviously we have the minion limit, right? You can have 7 minions. However, we did see that the game will already let you bypass that with the battle spell, right? So it seems like you can bypass the minion limit by not quote unquote just summoning the minion. If it comes into, right, like summoning is different than coming into play, right? Kind of like in Magic the Gathering, like if you actually cast a card, that is different than putting the card into play, or entering the battlefield. Effects don't necessarily trigger if it's put into play. That is different than when it enters the battlefield. Right? God, it's been like a year since I've played Magic the Gathering. But there are different ways that you can get creatures in while bypassing certain restrictions. So that battle spell bypassed the minion limit. So I would assume that tossing the minion, because it's based on a minion effect and not summoning it, it should bypass the minion limit. If that is intentionally not the case, I'm going to be honest, I think it should be the case just to keep it consistent. Maybe I was misunderstanding how the card worked, but based on the way it's worded, I thought that's how it should work. What else do we see? Again, I really like the level up system. I like the fact that you draw and you're naturally making your deck bigger, which in a deck builder is actively not a good thing. You kind of want a smaller deck. So actively picking card, typically in deck builders, like, let's look at the classic Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire, very rarely, I think, would I ever take a card that is just free, remove a card. It's just 0 mana, remove a card from your deck, right? That is almost always not a good choice because it's actively going to take a card that you draw on your turn. Sure, it's free, but you're not actively gaining any ground. You're removing a card from your deck and putting it in your discard pile, which, sure, you can use it as like a combo card, right? If you have a card that says like, choose a card from your discard pile, put in your hand. Sure, maybe you have a combo piece that you want to be able to tutor out, but that's 2 cards to do so. But in this game, you actively want to remove cards from your deck so that way you can level up faster. That's a super interesting mechanic, and it makes cards that in other deck builders have not had a lot of utility actually have a lot more utility and put them higher on the pick order, which I like a lot. Again, I would like to see further what happens the further you level up, but we were kind of restricted here in the demo. So yeah, there's definitely a lot here that's interesting. I am still a little bit hesitant on the auto battle system, and how that all works, especially with that fatigue system built in. Again, I think if it wasn't as punishing as it is right now, it would probably be fine. It just felt a little bit heavy-handed on my very first playthrough. And yeah, so I've kind of said my piece. I'm going to end up repeating myself here if I talk too much. But Become the Moon, super interesting. We'll definitely be checking this one out again. I think there's a lot here to be pleased about. And I think if you're at all a fan of deck builders or card battles in general, you will most likely enjoy your time here. If you guys are interested in check it out, again, I will put a link in the description to the Steam page so that you can check out the demo for yourself and, you know, wishlist it, follow, whatever you want to do. Guys, if you like this video, please leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss a video. Here on the channel, we play all kinds of roguelikes, roguelites, deck and dice builders, tactical strategy games, and of course, so much more. But guys, I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.